All right, all right. Good morning, everyone. This is John Gordon with LiveAgent. Can you guys hear me okay? Go ahead and write in the chat if you guys have any questions. I'm going to be checking the chat during the webinar. Okay, so you guys can hear me? Sounds good? Perfect, perfect. London hears you. We got someone from London. Brad here from London. Okay, great, great, guys. So yeah, let's go ahead and get started then. So today's webinar, we are going to be going over SLA automation rules, things like that. So basically, tools to automate your workflow, make things easier for you, and basically stay on top of your tickets. So that's the main focus we want. It's going to be focusing on mainly the ticket section. Not too much chat or call tickets, but mainly you're going to be focusing on email tickets and automation for those processes, keeping them organized, and things like that. So yes, it's going to be recorded as well, and I'm going to send out a link to this after it's over to you guys, so you guys can review it with your colleagues as well. So yes, we got a lot of people here today. Awesome. So like I said, we're going to be going over automation. So I want to focus on the ticketing section. A lot of you guys are from the AppSumo deal. You just signed up for LiveAgent. So we're going to be going over basically how to set up your emails, set up departments, set up some email templates. I'm going to touch a little bit on multi-brand support as well, like how we can set that up. And then also SLA levels, SLA rules, how we can set up like business hours, and also ticket tagging and automation in that area as well. So let's go ahead and jump on in then. So let's see what we got here. Okay, so you guys can see my screen here. So let's go straight into how we can get set up on the email section of LiveAgent. So basically, this is the first thing we would recommend when you sign up for LiveAgent or when you get started with your account, is basically to set up your, connect your business emails to LiveAgent. So let me just show you guys really quickly how you can do that. It's pretty simple. Hold on a second. We actually have a question here. How to get email notifications? How to get rid of forced tickets? Okay, I'll go over all these questions as well. Thank you, Brad and William. Yeah, let me go over those questions. Yeah, guys, if you have any questions, feel free to write them into the chat at any time as well. So let's get started with actually how to connect and get your emails going, first of all. So we're going to go here to our configuration section here, and you're going to see at the top we have emails and we have mail accounts. Now, from here, you can connect all of your business emails you want. You can connect as many as you want. There's no limitation here. So we're going to just go ahead and go to add email account right here. Now, it's pretty straightforward. Basically, if you're using like Gmail or Office 365, you're just gonna click on this, type in the email password, and that's basically it. You're gonna hit connect. Now, there's a few other options here. We're also gonna choose what department this email account goes to. And basically, departments in LiveAgent are going to be how you organize your tickets. So basically, like, each department can be a different section in your LiveAgent account. So this is really useful for, first of all, if you're doing multi-brand, if you have multiple websites, we would recommend using different websites, different departments for different websites. So I'll go over that in a minute as well. So you're gonna choose your department right here, which department this email is gonna go to. So for example, we can choose like brand A. Now, also when you're connecting an email like this, you're going to see fetch all emails from mailbox. So this means if you have this checked, it's going to actually fetch all of the old emails from this mailbox. If you leave this blank like this, it's only going to fetch new emails to the inbox. So if you want to start fresh, just leave it unchecked. But if you want to get everything from this inbox, you can check this box and hit save, and now it's going to bring in all of those emails. So once we hit save, it's going to connect the email, and now it is connected. Now you'll be able to see the ones that are connected are going to have the green check here. If they are deactivated or something is wrong, you're going to see the little notification here. Microsoft Exchange. If you want to connect to Microsoft Exchange, you're going to just do other here. And then you're going to set it up by IMAP or POP3, hit connect, and you're going to need to type in all of the server credentials here. So you're going to be able to get this from Exchange. They should be able to provide this to you, and you will hit connect just like that. Basically, if you don't see your email account here, you can just hit other and connect any other mail service. So once you have it connected here and it's green, you're good to go. Every single email coming in now is going to be created as a ticket for you. So you'll be able to see tickets coming into your ticket list here. So if we go to our ticket section, we go to all tickets. This is your universal inbox right here. This is going to show you every single ticket, every single email coming into your email accounts connected. So this will be your universal inbox here. Now, what we would recommend you do next, once you have your emails connected, we want to actually organize these tickets, right? So this is exactly where departments come into play. We're going to go here and let's set up some departments now. So like I said earlier, departments basically are a way for you to organize your tickets. These are really deeply integrated into LiveAgent. The departments are going to be useful for doing things like SLA, automation, running reports. Everything is connected to departments. So departments are like the top of the tree where you're organizing your tickets. So you can you can create as many as you want from here. So you can see this is my, my trial account here. This is just like for test purposes. You're going to see we have a lot of departments created here. So when you start up, you're not going to have any. So we need to create at least one department to get started. But of course, I would recommend you create, a few different ones to organize your tickets. So a few examples are a lot of companies have like, a sales department, and then maybe they have like a technical department. So you can get started creating it like that. But if you had like, let's say brand A or brand B websites, if you have multiple websites, multiple brands, you could create a department for each brand as well. So it's up to you. So let's say we just want to create like sales department. So we hit create. Now it is ready to go. And now we can add agents to this department. So basically in LiveAgent, there are two different roles. There are agents and admins in the system. Now, admins have access to all departments. They have access to settings and reporting. Now, the agents, they only have access to departments that you put them in, actually. So when you're going to go to this department here, once you've created it and you go to the agents, you can add the agents you want into this department. So let's say we want to add, let's add David and Jane, and let's add me as well because I'm the account owner. Now Jane will be able to see tickets in this sales department. So let's hit save here. So the other agent, we have Vince. He's not going to be able to see these tickets because he's not in the department. So your agents, you can separate them by department, and they'll only be able to see those tickets in those departments. They'll only be able to access those, chats in those departments and even phone calls as well. So now we have the agents added in the department. Now we can take it one step further as well, and we can even allow the agents to have access to tickets and chats and calls in this department. So you're going to see now we have access for tickets for these agents as well. So let's say we want Jane to do tickets, but we don't want her to do maybe chats in the sales department. So we can just turn her off for chats. We don't want her to do calls either. So let's do yes here. We have to confirm it and hit save. So now she's in this department, but she can only solve tickets in this department. So she can't do chats or calls. Okay, and now the last section we have here is the email templates. So from the email templates, this is where you can actually configure different templates for this department. So if you're replying to a customer in your sales department, it's going to load this email template right here. So you can see here, ticket reply, let's say, for example. So this is our email template for this department when replying to a ticket. So you can put your own, HTML code here. This is in HTML. You'll see there's HTML section. You can put your own images, whatever you want. So for this sales department, it's going to load this email template. Maybe you wanted to say something different from when you're, maybe, your technical department, you're going to have like, sincerely here, but maybe for sales, you want it to be a little more friendly. So you're just going to put like kind regards for the signature. So something like that, you can, customize in the email templates. And now for multi-brand, this works exactly the same way. So, for your brand A, maybe you have a different logo down at the bottom or a different website down at the bottom. For this, maybe this is like our LiveAgent, department. So I'm going to put LiveAgent down here. So for each of your brands, you can have the different email template as well. Now, a few other things in the email template you're going to see here. You could choose which name you want it to be from. This is going to be like the agent name. So even if you're using a shared, email box like support@liveagent.com, you can choose if you wanted to show the agent's name or if you just want it to be from, just to say from LiveAgent. Do that as well. So it's up to you. You can customize the subject here as well. And then when you're actually customizing the email template, we have options for adding some variables. So you can add like, date, time, first name of the contact, his address, any of his custom fields you can add here as well. So you're going to see over on the right, these are all your variables you can use. So if you want to add a variable, let's say you want to add like, for example, ticket ID, just click it and it's going to add it right there. So now when you're replying, this is going to turn into the actual ticket ID for the customer. Then we have a few options to include quoted text at the bottom here. So, this is like when you're replying, if you wanted to quote the last message, last couple of messages, or no quote, you can save that as well. Okay, so let's hit save, and now it's good to go. We can close this out. So you can do that for each of your templates here. And remember, this is just for this department, so you can do this for each of your different departments as well. Let's see here, we have a question. How can we assign a specific time zone to an agent once a support ticket has reached a department? A specific time zone to an agent once a support ticket has reached a department. It's not possible to set a time zone for an agent, actually. There's no time zone settings here. It's going to use the time zone automatically of your computer for timestamps and things like that. So, okay, so now we got these email templates set up. So we're going to see at the top here also mail account. And this is going to be used just for email notifications for this department. So you can choose which mail account you want to send notifications to this department. Hit it right there. Okay, so now we're done. We can hit save. Now, okay, so now let's say we have some of our departments set up. So now tickets are going to be organized by department. We got the email template set up for each department as well. Now, you can also customize your email templates from here. You're going to see email and customer templates. So if you want to actually just set a global email template, you don't need to actually set it for each department individually. You can just do it from here. Just go to customer templates and you can actually set a global template. So for ticket replies, you can hit edit right here. And this is going to be a global template for all of your ticket replies. So you can set it right here. Now, if you want it just for a specific department, you're going to see department templates. So you're going to see, oh, whoops, let me close this out. You're going to see if you have it for a department template, you're going to see it right here. So we have one for sales. You can edit it here. If you want to add a different department template, you can do so right here. Just click this button and we can choose the department. So let's say now we want to set up a template specifically for like our technical department. And now we can modify this for our technical department, hit save. And just like that, now you're going to see we have department template for sales and technical. Now, all of our other departments are just going to use this general template here. The department-specific ones are going to use these two here. Now, this applies for all of the templates as well. So we did one for reply. We also have options for when you create a new ticket. So that is going to be right when you click up here, new, and you do new ticket. It's going to load this new ticket template here. Let's close this out. Oh, let me go back to our settings here. So we got it for new ticket. Also, when you're forwarding emails, we have a template for that. And ticket resolve template. Now, this ticket resolve template, this is going to be whenever you resolve a ticket, there's an option to automatically send an email to the client. If you want to turn this off, you can just switch this off right here. And now it's not going to automatically send a resolve notification. So you're going to see resolve notification disallowed. But if you want to actually enable it, just click here. So every time you resolve a ticket or the case is closed, it's going to send out this email template right here. So you can edit it right here. You can see we have a little example here like, hello, your ticket with the ID has been resolved. And there's some options here. So this is the default email, and you can edit this however you want. Now, we have a few other ones. Chat transcript, forgot password. These are all for the customer if they're trying to log into your, knowledge base. Chat transcript is, of course, when they request a transcript from a chat, you can edit that template here as well. Okay, so can I add my own question for an agent? For example, if Q comes in from LinkedIn or Instagram, I'd like to add it for someone to see it and answer to me. If I'm not sure what you mean exactly. If I have my own comment for an agent, someone to see it and answer me. I'm not quite sure what you mean by that one, Jennifer, but maybe I can cover that in a little bit, but I'm not quite sure what you mean by that. But if a question comes in from LinkedIn or Instagram, I'd like someone to see it and answer to me. We do have the option, you could create a department specifically for, emails coming to your Instagram or LinkedIn email. And then you could add the agents to that specific department. Yeah, definitely. So I'd like to be able to answer Instagram messages, and we don't have any Instagram integration. So collect and post here to certain agents. Yeah, definitely. So you could create an Instagram department, add the agents you want to that department to be able to answer those questions. And then, if you have forward those questions into your email or something like that, then the agents can answer them in that department. So yeah, you would use departments for that. Okay, so now we've covered the email templates. We also have we covered the customer templates. We also have agent templates. These are for, when agents forget a password, something like that. These are all the emails sent to your actual agents, not to your clients. You can edit these here as well. Okay, so we got all those set up. Now, let's go over the next important thing. So after you have your emails connected and you've got departments set up, the next thing you're going to need is SLA levels, so service level agreements. And these are pretty much key to organizing, staying on top of your tickets, knowing which tickets need to be answered next. So these are very, very crucial. So you're going to see down here in automation. The automation section is where you're going to handle all of the automated tasks like SLA levels, rules, predefined answers, tags. All of that's going to be handled here. So let's go to SLA. Now you can see I've got a lot of SLAs set up already, but when you first go here, you're not going to have any. So first we need to create an SLA rule. Now, the purpose of this is so that when a ticket comes into your LiveAgent, like an email, you want to respond to them in order when they come in. So, when someone, let's say like David sends us an email, and then 20 minutes later, John sends us an email. You need an SLA level to tell you that David's email needs to be responded to first because his came in first. So we need to answer his next. Now, you can set SLA levels to count down basically the ticket for you. So let's say we want to respond to all of our emails within 1 hour. So let's just do our 1 hour SLA. We're going to set here first answer, first response. Let's do 1 hour here. So we can set 1 hour for our first answer. So this means all tickets with this SLA level need to be responded to within 1 hour. Then we also have options for first assigned. So basically what this means is the time isn't going to start until it's actually assigned to an agent. So if you have a ticket come in and then 30 minutes later you assign it to one of your agents, then this countdown will start. So if you want to add a first assign, you can do that as well. So let's just leave it let's just leave it at first answer. And then maybe our second answer, we can do a little bit more time, like an hour and 30 minutes. Okay, so that's fine for the next answer. Let's just leave these chat call answer blank. We're just doing it for tickets right now. Now this is a pretty general 1 hour SLA, but what if you, you get like a ticket at like 2 in the morning or something like that? You don't want the actual SLA to start until, you get into the office at 9 a.m. So we can use business hours to actually define the times we want. So from right here, you're going to see business hours settings. So let's set up our business hours and let's do, first of all, let's set up the time zone. Let's just do US Central Time. And we want our business hours, let's just do Monday to Friday. Let's just do 9 to 5. Let's keep it classic here. So we're going to do 9 to 5, and it's going to be like this. Because there's no AM and PM, it's like the military time here. So let's do 17 hours on each one. Okay, so we got 9 to 5, Monday to Friday. Let's do 9 here. Okay. So there we go, 9 to 5, and we could also add holidays if we want. We could add dates there, but let's just leave it 9 to 5 for now. Okay, hit save. So now this 1 hour, so if you get a ticket at 7 o'clock, it's not going to start the 1 hour countdown until 9 a.m. the next day. So this is going to keep your tickets organized for you. If it comes in on Sunday or something like that, you're not going to be getting overdue notifications. Tickets aren't going to be like crazy overdue. It's going to keep it all organized within your business hours. So you're going to know, you're still going to know which ones need to be, responded to first, and it's going to keep them organized for you. So this is great for reporting, things like that. We recommend, you set up your business hours to keep everything in order. Can business hours be defined per department, not per SLA? Is the exclude holidays related to any country? So business hours can only be defined per SLA, but you can create as many SLAs as you want, and you can have the SLAs apply to specific departments only. So if you want business hours per department, you just need to create, 1 hour SLA for department sales. Then we can do one for department, technical as well. So you can create as many of these as you want and apply them to the departments you want. And I'm going to show you how to apply them in a minute. Now, the holidays, basically you're just going to put the dates here. This isn't any country specific. You're just going to put like what days you want to exclude. So you're just going to put the year, day, month, and date right there. So if you want like, Christmas this year, let's say you want Christmas off. So you're just going to do like this, 12, 25. So basically this day is going to be completely excluded. And that's it. You're just going to add them by line. So, Christmas, and if you want the day before Christmas off as well, Christmas Eve. So now these 2 days are excluded. That's how the holidays work. Okay, so we can hit save. Okay, so now we got our first SLA level set up. Now you have the level set, but now we actually need a rule to apply these SLA levels. So we have the SLAs, and now we need to apply them to the departments. So this is where the SLA rules come in. So you're going to create the levels first, then the rules. So we're going to create SLA rule. Let's just do sales department SLA. And we're going to add a condition. So we want, these are very, very customizable. Let's just do a simple rule here. We want, if a ticket is created, and ticket department, let's do ticket department is sales. We're going to change SLA level to 1 hour SLA for sales department, the one we just set up. So that's basically it. So ticket created anytime is in the sales department. It's going to add this level here. And you know, the sales department, the way the tickets get to the department is by the email. So if they send the email to your sales email, comes into the sales department, it's going to trigger this rule and it's going to add that SLA for you. You can also add a few other actions here, you know, if you wanted to, like stop other rules. Basically, this will, you know, once it adds the SLA, it will stop all your other rules as well. But we don't need to get into that. It's a little bit more advanced. Now we can remove this. So this is good enough for now. Let's hit save. So now any ticket coming into our sales department is going to get that 1 hour SLA level. Now we can create as many rules as we want, as many SLA levels as we want. Like I said earlier, you know, if you want different SLAs, different business hours for different, you know, departments, just create more rules, create more levels, and have them apply like that. Now, let's take it one step further. We can also automate our SLA levels using tags as well. I wanted to show you guys this. This is really useful as well. So we have the rules and the SLAs set up. Now, let's see here if I can get an example ticket. Let's just pull up one of our tickets and let me show you guys actually. So let's do, let's see here. I had an example set up before, but let's see if this will work here. Okay, so actually this one's not going to work. But I wanted to show you guys, if we have, let's say a ticket comes into your sales department, right? And we set up the 1 hour SLA for sales. Now, let's say, you know, this ticket you find is actually, it needs to be resolved right away. Like it needs to go to the top of your list. So right now it's at the bottom of your ticket list, you know, it's, it just came in, but let's say this is an urgent ticket. So we can actually use rules combined with tags to escalate the ticket, to change the SLA level. So let's go over that, something similar to that case. So first of all, we're going to create a tag. Now, the purpose of tags is to organize your tickets. You can create tags for, you know, whatever you want. Basically, you can add as many tags as you want as a ticket. They're good for organizing, searching, and running reports. So let's create a tag for urgent. And let's say, you know, this is when a ticket comes in, it's really urgent. Let's do red, I guess. Urgent is always red. Okay. Oh, you know what? I already have an urgent tag. So let's just do urgent with the exclamation point. Okay. So we got the urgent tag created and you'll see it down here. Now, we want this tag when it's added to a ticket to actually change the SLA level. So first we're going to need actually an urgent SLA level. So let's create one here. Let's do urgent level. And for urgent level, we want like 5 minutes. This is, you know, this is really urgent. So let's hit save. And we're going to do a rule. And we're going to create a rule for, let's call it urgent level change, and apply when we're going to do ticket tags changed. And if tag added is urgent, if urgent tag is added, we're going to change SLA level. And we're going to change it to our urgent level here. So this rule, you're going to see here, Apply when ticket tag changed. If the ticket tag urgent is added, change SLA level to urgent. So this is going to modify the SLA level right away on the ticket. So let's go to our ticket now, and let's see if I did it correctly here. It should, if I add the tag, it should automatically, change the SLA level to urgent. So let's open this back up. So we have our open ticket here. And okay, so we got our open ticket here. Now let's add our urgent tag. And actually, it has changed the SLA to urgent level change, but I'm sorry guys, the system language is in a different language for some reason, but we have the urgent level change here. So you can actually see John Gordon added the tag urgent and system changed SLA to urgent level. So urgent level change is applied here. You can actually click on the rule here and actually see what rule it is. So every time a rule triggers in the system here, you'll be able to see that here, and you can actually check what the rule was. So you'll see we added the tag and it changed it to urgent level. Now, that's just one example of how you can actually add tags to do different tasks for you. There's a lot of different automation you can do with the tags and rules. So, that's one example. If you add this tag, it's going to change it to SLA urgent. But we can also do, something like if you add a tag to the ticket, it automatically transfers it to this department. If you add a tag like VIP tag, it automatically assigns it to this agent. So you're going to see all of those options here in the rules. Basically, let's go back to our urgent tag here. Oh, whoops. Let's scroll down. Here we go. So you're going to see here, if this tag is added, change SLA. But we can also do things like, let's say it is a new ticket. If ticket tag new is added, you can have it do transfer. Let's do transfer ticket. And you can have it transferred to a different department. So something like this, it's going to automate the task for you. Let me find we don't have a new department. But anyways, you know what I mean. So you can have the different rules and the tags automate the tasks for you. It's very useful, transferring, assigning tickets automatically. You can do this with the tags added. Okay, now we've basically covered the basics of the rules, tags, and automation. I want to go back to that question from earlier, actually. Brad asked, how to get an email notification when a customer responds to a ticket. Now, that's a good question. We can do this with our rules. So with the rules, you can also set up notifications in the system. So let's go over this right now. So if you want to set up some notifications, you're going to do it in the rules section here. So you're going to do rules. We're going to create a rule, and let's do the rule customer replied to ticket. Okay. Now we're going to do apply when. So we're going to do ticket status changed. So basically, whenever you have responded to a ticket of a customer, let's go back to this, for example. Let's go to this ticket here, and it's an open ticket right now. We need to respond to the customer. So if I respond to the customer right here, let's say I type something up, hit send to the client. Okay, now the ticket is answered status, right? So we've responded to the customer. But we want, whenever the customer replies to that ticket, we want to get notified. So when the customer replies back, it changes the ticket back to open. So we can do when ticket status changed, and we can do if new ticket status is open, and if let's do if the old status was answered or resolved. And let's do for this one, let's do new status. If new status is open and it was answered or resolved before, now we can do send notification. You're going to see right here, send notification. And we can do all agents of department. We can do agent assigned in the ticket, all logged in agents, admins. We have those options there. So let's do all the agents of the department. And we can do notification type. We have info notification. This is that green one that shows up on the bottom of the screen here. We have a red one. It's going to be the same thing. It's just going to be in red. Module dialog is actually going to be like a pop-up in the middle of LiveAgent. And then we have browser notification, which is if you're using Google Chrome or Safari, it's going to pop up like a notification up in the top right here and actually say what it is. And we can add our message here. So we can say customer replied to a ticket. So this is what's going to pop up in the screen. So we can set up that notification here. Now, if you wanted to be notified by email, you could do it, instead of send notification, you could do send mail. We could actually do both. Let's say you want both. We can do send mail as well. And now this is going to send, let's do send mail. Choose which email you want it to be sent from. And now you can add your personal email here. So I could do johngordon@ladesk.com. That's for me. So now, anytime a ticket changes to open, a customer has replied, it's going to send me an email personally to my email. You can add the subject and body here, like response, and what the email says, customer replied in a ticket. So now you get this email notification as well. And you've got some variables you can add here as well. So you can customize this notification. Now we're going to hit save, and this rule is going to be applied here. Okay, so that is how you would do it for notifications. You can do that for when a ticket is replied to. There's also a lot of other notifications as well. You could also do it, if a ticket becomes overdue, or if a ticket, is transferred to a certain department, you can have that notification pop up as well. So it's up to you. You can add, any of those conditions there, not just when a ticket is replied to. So if, a ticket, let me show you actually. Let's say we want to rule like, if a ticket becomes overdue, like, your SLA levels are 1 hour, right? So let's say after an hour is up and no one has responded to an email, you want to get notified, or you want to notify your agents, right? So that just someone needs to answer that ticket. Now we can actually do that with the time rules. So the regular rules are for whenever actions are happening in the ticket, right? But we have time rules as well. And these are going to be like, basically if, time, they're going to be triggered by time. So, if like a ticket hasn't been responded to in an hour, or is overdue by an hour, or nothing has changed, this time rule is going to execute. So we can create a time rule. So let's go ahead and do that. Let's say we want to be notified if the ticket becomes overdue, right? So let's say ticket SLA breached, okay? So let's do, now we have a few options here. We have ticket is older than, so this is like, if ticket is older than 3 days, send a notification. Ticket status change is older than, a couple of days. Ticket due in less than. So this is if you want to be notified ahead of time, like if you want, 5 minutes till the ticket is due, get notification, you can do that as well. But let's just do like if the ticket is overdue. Let's say if it's overdue by 1 minute, now we want to be notified, right? So we can add a condition group as well. If it's Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, we can add that condition. So let's do, we only want to be notified during the week. We don't want that on the weekend. Okay, so now if a ticket is overdue for 1 minute during the week, we want a notification. So We have a bunch of other options here. You know, you could change ticket priority, change SLA level. You could do anything you want, but let's do notifications. So set notification to all the agents logged in, and let's do browser just in case they're, you know, on Facebook or something else. They're going to still be notified. Okay, and let's do message here. We have a ticket that is just now overdue. Okay, and we can also apply to existing tickets. So if you have a bunch of overdue tickets and you hit apply now, they're going to get notified of all those tickets. But let's leave this unchecked, so it's only going to happen for future use. Okay, now we have it saved. So anytime a ticket goes overdue by 1 minute, that pop-up is going to show on their screen, and they're going to know a ticket is overdue. They can check their list here, go to all tickets, and they'll be able to see overdue tickets right here. The ticket list is automatically sorted by SLA. So, you know, it's sorted by importance by default. So you're going to see, you know, this one is 12 days overdue. Okay, 7 hours overdue. So you're going to see that right here. Anyone that is, you know, open with time remaining, you'll be able to see them right here. So when an agent goes to their list, the red ones at the top, those are the ones that are overdue. All right. So we've covered the overdue tickets. Now we had one more question from Brad, actually. How do I get rid of those forced tickets from Twitter where our tweets are auto answered? Can we auto delete them? Yeah, you can automatically delete them. Where tweets are auto answered. You're gonna need to set up a rule for that. So you can set up rules to automatically delete tickets as well. So let me just show you. We can go to rules here, and we can just let's do like auto delete tickets. Now, I'm not sure exactly how those tickets get to you from Twitter, but there's got to be a way to delete them automatically from here. So we have some options here. Let's do like ticket is created, and this is, I'm guessing these are like forced tickets from Twitter where tweets are auto deleted. I'm guessing they're emails from Twitter, right? So let's do if. So we're gonna do when ticket created from email. Whenever Twitter emails us, let's do email from equals whatever Twitter's email is. I'm gonna guess like support@twitter.com. So let's say we're getting these emails from Twitter and we just don't want them. We want to delete them. So let's do email from equals Twitter. Okay, so we know we're getting these emails from Twitter, and but we want to keep, you know, some emails from Twitter. We only want to delete the ones where the body contains something like auto answered. Okay, so you know, this is coming from Twitter and they're automatically answering your tweets. We don't want these notifications. We just want to delete them. So email is from Twitter and the body contains auto answered. Let's just delete this ticket. Okay, so now it's going to delete it. And we can even write a note here that's going to say why it's deleted. So you can just say tweet was auto answered. Boom. So now it's just going to delete that ticket. Now it's going to automatically delete that ticket. And yeah, it's going to be gone. So the rule will automatically take care of that for you. Hold on a second. Requested by is the Twitter name. It's not an email source. Huh, one thing. Yeah, you know what? I'm not quite sure then. You know what, Brad? Let me follow up with you after the webinar and check it out because it seems a bit specific. I might have to look into it. But there's probably some way to do it with the rules. It's very customizable. So, you know, maybe if ticket created and its source is Twitter and it contains something like that, we can set up a rule. So yeah, let me reach out to you after this and we'll get down to it. But basically it's going to be something with the rules to, you know, auto delete it. We just have to figure out what exactly it is. Okay, cool. So another question we got here. Can I use the same email for different LA accounts registration? Support email across different LA accounts. Well, yeah, you could do that, but I don't see why you would want to. Basically, LiveAgent is meant to handle, all of your emails in one place. So I think it would be better to do it in one account. But yeah, you can connect the emails to different accounts. That's not a problem. It's going to basically create a copy of the emails on the LiveAgent account. So there'll be a copy on both accounts. But I would recommend using just one LiveAgent account. Okay. Another question here. This is great. Hope there will be a replay. Lots to take in. Yes, Susan, there's going to be a replay. I'm going to send it out to everyone who attended as well. Don't worry. I'm going to upload it to YouTube. Yeah, it is kind of a lot to take in. I wanted to cram it all into this 1 hour, just kind of go over the basics of the SLA and things like that. But yeah, I'm going to send out a replay of this one. Okay, we have another question. What is forwarding emails and others? Yeah, that's a good question. Let me show you this one. And sorry, this was a question from like the beginning of the webinar, but let's go over that. So Mr. Gohill is asking, when we're adding the email accounts here, there's an option to, basically if you don't see your account here, you can do other. And there's an option for forwarding. And what this means is you haven't, when you sign up for LiveAgent, you get a built-in email. This is done by us. You're gonna see here, support@mail.demoaccount.la-. This is my demo account. But whatever your account is, you're gonna get your own email as well. And forwarding means basically if you have like, a Gmail account, all emails sent to that Gmail are gonna be forwarded to this email. And they're gonna, when you reply, it's gonna look like your Gmail, but you're using our email server. So we actually don't recommend doing this. So I would highly recommend not using the forwarding option. So when you're connecting, I would not recommend forwarding. I would recommend using this, which is a direct connection. Basically because forwarding, we have tons of people signing up for free trials, and a lot of times our email server gets marked as spam, so they might go straight to the spam folder. So I would recommend connecting it directly. Don't use forwarding if you can. Okay. Okay, that's all the questions for now. Guys, I think I've covered everything I wanted to go over here. Forwarding is required if you're one of the many Google Apps users. Google Apps users, really? Yeah, domain alias solution. Yeah, you can use an alias as well. So yeah, that's a good point. Yeah, there's nothing wrong with using forwarding. It's just it might go to spam, so we don't recommend it. Can I use the same G Suite email across accounts then? You're talking about for multiple accounts, right? Yeah, you can. It's no problem. But like I said, I would recommend using all in one LiveAgent account. We use WHMCS for tickets. Can I get tickets created on my WHMCS? I'm not too sure about that. I know WHMCS is like an online payment processor store, right? I'm not sure how you would get tickets created there though. Does basically because it uses LiveAgent is using email for tickets. So if you want to forward out a ticket from LiveAgent, you can do that as well. There's an option here. Basically, when a ticket is created here, you can forward it out as well. So let's go to the top here. Let me show you. So for example, this email right here, I can forward it to any address I want. So if you want to forward it to your WHMCS email, you can do that. So forward, it's going to forward the email out. And you can also set up rules to automatically forward as well. So there's an option in the rules section. Basically, when a ticket is created, you can have the option to forward the ticket. So this is actually pretty useful as well. Sometimes a lot of customers want like to forward out tickets created to, you know, a certain person, maybe like some sort of admin in their company or some sort of manager in the company. So you can do that as well. So anytime a ticket created from email, just do like this. You're going to see the option for forward email to, and just put the email right here. So this is going to forward all the emails created to a specific person. All right. The app is way more complicated than I expected. Not necessarily an issue if there's a robust tutorial support. You mentioned YouTube. Are there tutorial videos there? Yes, definitely. It is very, very robust software. We definitely take pride in that. You know, we've created it to be the complete help desk solution. So yes, it is very complicated with the rules and things like that. We try to make it as user-friendly as possible. But if you need help, like setting up a certain thing, you know, we do have 24/7 chat support available at liveagent.com. We also have phone support. You can give us a call as well. And yes, we do have a YouTube channel with a lot of videos on there. And we're going to be uploading these webinars as well to the YouTube channel. So you can review them, share them with your colleagues, things like that. You guys add a full screen feature in video calls or screen share in video calls. I believe they're working on the screen share, but no estimated time on that. Full screen, I'm honestly not sure about full screen in video calls. I thought it was there actually, to be honest, but not quite sure about that. I'll have to check that out and get back to you, William. Okay, we have about 5 more minutes, so let me go over a few more questions. Can I use LiveAgent for different business sites I have that are basically different types of business? I would not want one to know of the other. Yes, you can do that, Susan. And the way to do that is with departments, basically, as I described earlier. So every time you're replying to a different client from a different business, and you're replying from that business department, it's going to use that email template. So it's going to look like a completely different business from the other ones. Okay. How can I send a message if a client hasn't replied for 3 days? Then auto close if there's still any reply from the client after 4 days. That's a really good question. Let me do that one. I think that'll be like the last question I can go over here. And that's actually a great example and very useful as well. So let's just go ahead and set that up. Let's say you want, if a client hasn't replied for 3 days, we want to send him an email automatically. So let's just do that. We're going to set up a time rule. Okay, and let's name it no response 3 days from client. All right, so ticket status change is older than 3 days. So nobody has touched the ticket for 3 days, right? Let's do perform action. And we're going to do send answer. So this is going to send an answer in the ticket. And of course, we've got the options for how you want the answer to look. And we can do the message. So let's just do dear, or let's just do hi. Let's keep it simple. We have no reply from you. Are you okay? Just like that. And it's going to send this automatically to the client after 3 days if nobody has touched it, just like that. Now, let's hit save. So now it's going to send it to him after 3 days. And you said, you know, after 4 days, we want this to close out the ticket. So we're going to add another time rule. And we're going to apply it when ticket status change older than 4 days. And also we want if ticket status is answered. We don't want it for open tickets, you know, like we don't want to send it for that. So only for answered or, so only for, answered tickets, yeah. Only if it's an answered ticket. We don't want it for new or, you know, open or anything else. So if there's a ticket that's been answered for longer than 4 days, let's just automatically resolve it. So we're going to go down here, resolve ticket, automatically resolve. We can even add a note here like no response 4 days. So we haven't got anything for 4 days. Hit save. Oh, we need to add a title here. Auto resolve 4 days. So just like that, after 4 days, no response, it's going to automatically close out that ticket for you. Fantastic system. Thank you, Susan. We believe so as well. So, yeah, guys. So I think we covered it all today. That was mainly what I wanted to go over. You know, how to get the emails set up, how to get your SLA set up. You know, it's a couple basic automation tasks you can do. So I hope you guys, you know, can apply these to your account, make life easier for you, keep everything organized, and yeah, keep your automations on point. So guys, thank you for joining me. We're going to be doing some more webinars as well in the future next week. You know, we're not going to have any more this week because of Thanksgiving, things like that. So yeah, I'm going to send you guys an invite for the next webinar next week. We're going to be going over chat, things like that. So guys, thanks again for joining me. Have a nice Thanksgiving coming up. And take care, guys. Thanks again. Gordon John. Yeah, it's John Gordon. It's a double first name, but don't worry, I get that a lot, Nick. All right, so thanks guys. I'm gonna go ahead and end it now. Cheers.